Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for jumping on this call tonight. I'm super excited just to get to share with you guys maybe a little bit different of what Plexus has done for us. Maybe if you haven't heard these stories, so many times we're sharing our health testimonies, which are so important, and the reason why we love these products, this community, and this company so much. But because of that, because we have amazing products that we can stand on, Plexus has also given us the opportunity to bless our families and to grow in a whole other way. It's given us so much financial freedom. And in this time, what I've really thought about is it's giving us options, and it has given us stability where maybe we thought that this was not what stability is. I know for myself, I definitely have changed my perspective on stable 9 to 5 or regular job, like all of those kinds of words. And so maybe tonight you're coming here just because you're curious. What are those crazy Plexus ladies all about who are sharing it nonstop? What is it really doing for their families? Or maybe you just think, you know what, maybe I do know somebody that this could bless, and I just want to know a little bit more. And so let me just mute everyone really quick. And so I hope that tonight you are able to get any questions that you have answered, that you're inspired. And even at the very least, I just love hearing other people's stories. I love being able to be motivated, be inspired for whatever area is in your life that maybe you need to take a step forward, or maybe you're looking for change. And whether it's with Plexus or it's with something else, hopefully this can give you a little bit of a push in the right direction. So I have some really close friends of mine actually who are going to share tonight and just share their story. What has Plexus done for them, especially during this pandemic and everything? And maybe this will help you see, like, what could this possibly do for you or people that you know and love. So I'm gonna pass over to Alexis to start it off. Alexis is my sister-in-law, and she is someone I love dearly. We have been doing this together for a long time. She is a senior Ruby ambassador with Plexus, and I just love her story so much. It will always and forever be one of my favorites. So I'll pass it to you, Lex.
Hey guys, I am in my car tonight because I am about to pop. I am 37 weeks pregnant and I've been crazy nesting, so my house is all kind of disarray. I was painting today, but yeah, so here I am. Speaking of pregnancy, I feel like my story all kind of revolves around like kids and pregnancy and being a mom. So I joined Plexus like 2.5 years ago. I was 6 weeks postpartum after having my second baby girl. My girls are 18 months apart. I was working as a teacher's aide when my first was born. And then when I got pregnant with my second, I went back to subbing. Because it was just like at that point I was working just to pay for childcare, so it didn't really make sense. So I would just do it here and there. So I wasn't working full time. And then after I had my baby, obviously I wanted to like lose some weight, get back to pre-pregnancy weight, have some energy. And I also had gestational diabetes with that pregnancy. So Allie's my sister-in-law. She was posting about this pink drink and how it's blood sugar balancing. And that really drew me in. For the health reasons. And then when she talked about it being able to be a business too, I like didn't really understand network marketing. Like I didn't know anything about it, but I was like, all right, I'll try this out because it was perfect timing for me. I wasn't working. I was home with my kids. And I started feeling amazing right away. So it was kind of natural for me to like share that on Facebook. Like, oh my gosh, I have more energy now as a mom of two than I did as a mom of one, and like those kind of things. So I would just start sharing. And it really just snowballed from there. I was open to it, but I wasn't really intending to make it what it is now, like my full-time job. And once I had a couple people join me and they started feeling amazing too, I just really fell in love with it because I knew what the products did for me. So to be able to pass that on, it was more than just like, cool, I can make an income. Like I was making an impact in people's lives and really making a difference. So I fell in love with it. I fell in love with the community, especially those of you who are moms. Like I was thrown into a whirlwind of motherhood. Like I had a kid, then I had another kid. And I kind of felt like almost a loss of identity. Like all I was a snack machine and, momming that's it all the time. So to be able to like hop on Zooms and just have this community of other people and, you know, do life with, I don't know, like sometimes when you're an adult, I feel like it's hard to make friends, like especially if you're not working, that's where you meet your friends. So I loved all aspects of it. So fast forward to now, where I'm at, I really like don't know how we survived without this income before. And we're just able to do things that I never thought were possible. So another little background, my husband this November will be celebrating 6 years clean and sober. And he had stayed in a recovery house after, like a men's sober living house after he was in rehab. We've been together 9 years. He'd been clean for 6. So there were some rough times there. And that stay in the recovery house just really what made our lives today and like the beautiful life that we have. It would have never happened without that. So it's something really close to our hearts. And he always kind of talked about wanting to open one himself. And you know, we it was like something we talked about and it was always on the back burner. But now with like me being able to have this income with Plexus, it was something that we were actually able to do this year. So that we are now the owners of Horizon House. It's a men's recovery home in Pleasantville, New Jersey. We have 5 guys living there right now. And it's just really beautiful because it's, you know, like the almost the same kind of like a mirror image, how I help people, you know, get their lives back through their health and what they're victim to with these, you know, just what they suffer from. And then he does kind of the same thing in a different way. So it's just really awesome that we're able to do that together. And it just shows that my dream like wasn't mutually exclusive. Like it's not just about Plexus, but it's a vehicle to be able to get you in a place where you can do the things that you really want to do and the things that you love. So that's my story. Next, we're going to have Crystal Emmy, and she's a Ruby ambassador, and she just celebrated her 1 year anniversary of Plexus. So she's already like killing it 1 year in, and I can't wait for you guys to hear from her.
Hey everybody, I'm Crystal Amy, and I'm so excited that you are here and listening to us and checking us out tonight. So my story starts basically, I was sick with IBS and something called gastroparesis since 2007 and was really struggling. I was struggling with depression and anxiety because I was always sick all the time, laying in bed. Although I had a very determined spirit, which obviously got me where I am right now with Plexus, I struggled very much so because I wanted to be present with my family and with my kids when I got home. You know, I worked hard as a single parent and then recently married 5 years and was just really struggling. My husband was really frustrated and upset that he couldn't help me to feel better. And so he was always pushing me to go to another doctor. And so after a lot of failed different doctors, appointments, and products, I was just presented for a while with the product, with Plexus. And finally, I said yes last year, like she said, a year ago. And I knew that if these products worked for me, that it would literally change other people's lives, because then I would be a poster child for other people to then feel as good as I could feel. Because, you know, when you struggle that long with something and you've tried everything, you know that something works, then it actually really does work. And I'm somebody who holds high integrity, and and most people know that about me. And so that's something that I'm able to share because people actually trust me. They believe me because I would never share something unless it actually really, truly helped. And so what's crazy amazing about this is that my husband was actually on unemployment for over 6 months when I had started Plexus, but he wanted this for me so bad that he was just like, let's just do it. And let's just go out on a whim and let's do it. And so knowing that we were already spending money on vitamins for him, because I wasn't really a good vitamin person, this was more about my stomach and me feeling good. It wasn't really about vitamins for me. We decided to just do his vitamins as well. And And basically, I just started to share. One, because I needed the money financially. So I shared other people's testimonies. But really, what the game changer was for me was when I really started to feel the change. And then I was actually working, go back, I was working 2 jobs at the time and attending Stockton, which is our university here in New Jersey, full time. So I was, once again, still running strong, just needing to feel better. And financially, we needed the funding to pay our bills, not even just have anything extra. And then what ended up happening was COVID happened. I basically was a nanny and I also did hair. And so both of those things suddenly came to a halt. And what's so amazing about Plexus is that in this time, because of people wanting to be healthy and because my story was so strong and because my results were so good, that people were jumping on. They were jumping on to feel better too. They saw that, they also desired to have what I was feeling and what I was having. And so they decided to jump on board. And what was so amazing about this is that God actually provided this whole thing the entire time to not only help my body, to heal me, to heal my gut, and to help me thrive in life. It's actually helped me financially to be stable, and not only actually to be stable, but to actually have extra money during this time. I was actually able to put money away. So I not only lost 2 jobs, but then Plexus came in not only to help me like with my health, it helped me financially. And it's really just been an amazing blessing for our family, for our health. If you ever get a chance, check us out, because I just posted like our pictures from before and after, and our inflammation, regardless, we always talk about, even if you don't lose any weight at all, our inflammation is just incredible. That has gone out of both of our faces. I mean, they talk about aging down with Plexus, and we really have, we look so much better than we have in years. And so that right there is just proof, and it's incredible. And I'm so thankful for it. And I'm going to take and pass this on to the amazing person that shared this product with me, who I am chasing her tail. She is a senior ambassador, a senior Ruby ambassador with Plexus, and she's amazing. And her name is Emily Foles, and she's going to take this over.
Thanks, girl. Love you. I would not be here without you, first of all. So my name is Emily, and I'm actually coming up on my 2-year anniversary with Plexus. I can't believe it's only been 2 years. A little bit of backstory is that a little over 2 years ago, I moved to sunny Southwest Florida, and I realized very quickly that the shape that my body was in, the health that I was experiencing was not good for this heat, and just for energy in general, being a special ed teacher. And so I was working out and I had accountability partners and nothing was happening. And I just felt like I was doing all this work for no good reason. And so I've known Allie for a really long time. We were both in our friend Emily Little's wedding together. So it's been a really long time. And so I've been following her story, but I was never the person to say, hey, what are you doing? Like, this might be something that's good for me. I'm always kind of in the background, just kind of watching. And so my friend that I was doing the workouts with was like, you know what? I think we should try this. Let's do it together. So that right there was something that I needed. I needed accountability. And I started the products in October of 2018. And within the first 2 weeks, I lost 15 pounds. I never, ever thought that was a real thing. And that's how I knew that I had a really bad gut problem. And so then I started to do more research about all of this. And so I decided, you know what, I need to try more products. I need to see what else is something that my body is craving right now. I'm obviously not giving it what it needs. So I started having all these results, but I did not share anything. I told Allie time and time again, no, I don't want to post on social media. I don't want anyone to know that I'm doing this. I don't want to post pictures of myself. Like, contrary to popular belief, I really hate selfies of myself, and I really hate getting pictures taken. But I'm growing in that. So it was May of 2019, and I sat down with my friend and her family, and they were like, you have to share this. It's not even for the fact that you can make money off of this. It's because there are other people out there that need to see that they can get help too. That people that are struggling with the same things that I was struggling with, they can also find relief. They can find help. And in the back of my mind, I always thought network marketing, like, that's not for me. Like, I don't want to be that person that was always posting about, buy this and try that. And the way that they shared it with me just kind of opened my eyes to what network marketing could be for me. And when I was thinking about this call tonight and thinking about, something that I could really just like share, is that it's fun. It's actually really fun to post pictures and to share my story. And I am like, okay, what should I take a picture of today? Like, what can I share about today that's changed my life, that could change someone else? Like, who could I help with this specific post? And so I had a couple people enroll like very quickly. So then fast forward a year, and here we are in COVID, and Crystal had enrolled, and everything literally exploded. I went from gold 1 month to senior gold, to ruby, to senior ruby. I don't even know what happened. But God is good, because he knew that I needed that. And I was actually just talking with my husband yesterday, and with the amount of money that we made just through Plexus, this was the first summer that we've been together that we did not have to use our savings to get us through the summertime. We actually were just able to use Plexus and, the money from his job to get us through the summer. So that is a huge win for us, and we can only go up from here. There's no stopping. And like I said, it's fun. This is a really fun business to be a part of, because we're sharing something that people want, and we're sharing our stories. We're sharing what's happening with us, and there's so many people that relate to what, we're all going through right now. So that's my story, and it's not done yet. So I'm going to pass it back to my amazing friend, Allie.
Yay. Thank you so much. Thanks, Crystal and Alexis. You guys, I just love these ladies' stories so much. I love that they're each so different. And that's what's so amazing about network marketing, about a company like Plexus, is that you can be any type of personality. You can have any type of job or not job, kids or no kids. You can be older. You can be in college. I mean, whatever it is, you can make it work for you. And the number one, these ladies all touched on it, it's because these products actually work. They're things that people are actually looking for. For me, I started this to get me and my husband healthy, like for long-term health. We were looking for just long-term health, really high quality products, and we were seeking it out. I mean, we were seeking it out. And the reason why we have seen so much growth during COVID and this whole pandemic is because people are seeking out real health options, right? People are just recognizing, whether it's because people are getting sick, or even just because a lot of people are stuck in their houses and their routine is getting disrupted, and we're feeling like, wow, I want to focus a little bit more on feeling better, right? So many times our busyness just distracts us from how we actually feel. I know for me, I have 4 children. And I sort of just accepted that being tired as a mother was just adult life. Like, whether you have kids or no kids, I think that we just sort of accept that now I'm just going to work, and I'm just going to like try to have fun when I can, but I'm just basically live to work, and to try to not, fall asleep wherever I am. And I had kind of just accepted that as normal. And so to find something that was real and that was natural and had a whole support system behind it that showed me that I didn't have to live that way, that was huge for me. Now, when it came to the business, actually, my husband and I have been married for 12 years. And about 10 years ago, he told me, Allie, you should do something in network marketing. And I was like, ew, no. I will not ever do that. Like, please do not put me. And he was like, why? Like, you would be so great at it. And I was like, you obviously are uninformed is kind of how I treated it. And I was like a little bit insulted that he said that. But when we decided to join Plexus and I really saw that these products were legit and we wanted to be able to make sure we could pay for them because we were looking for long-term health. We were looking for high quality supplements, not just a quick fix. And so I knew if we wanted to sustain this long-term that we would need to be able to pay for our products. And so I had kind of presented it to him almost nervously, like we could just make some money. And he was like, yes, you should do that. Like, you should try that. And he's like, it's right in your wheelhouse of just wanting to help people and of being interested in health and in fitness and all these things. Like, just try it out. What's the worst that can happen? You decide not to do it. It's fine. Now, even coming from him, someone who believed in network marketing, who believed in it as a business model, he thought that it would take me about 4 years to be making like $1,000 to $2,000 a month. Okay, you guys, I was making that within 3 months with Plexus. So that was like blowing his mind to begin with. Like, he believed in it and his mind was blown. And now this year, like when everything crazy started, my husband lost all his overtime. So he was still working, thank the Lord, that he was able to still work and everything, but he lost all of his overtime and things got crazy. And I do kind of 2 other part-time jobs on the side just because I love them. But I stepped away from those jobs. I lost one and we were okay because what I had been making in those first 3 months, $1,000 a month, in May, in the midst of all of this, I was now making 6 times that amount. And that has continued all the way through this. What an amazing blessing for our family. I mean, we have mountains of student loan debt. We have 4 kids. We live right outside New York City, not a cheap place to live. And in a time where we would normally be like, oh my goodness, what the heck are we going to do until next week, right? Until the next paycheck comes in, we have been able to be okay. We've been able to actually decide to put our youngest son in a Christian preschool and be able to pay for that and be okay, actually dream about doing those things. And it's provided us some options, right? I mentioned in the beginning that it has really changed my perspective of what stability is. And I love Crystal's story about that, especially because of the craziness that happened for her in COVID and in all of this. But what I think is so important is that a lot of people, maybe you're one of them, stepped into the situation thinking, I always thought that my 9 to 5 was something I could rely on. And we realize that the things that we rely on can get taken away so quickly. And, you know, I think there's like a famous quote by, I think it's Dave Ramsey, that talks about having multiple streams of income and finding things that you're passionate about, right? Like, I love that from, you know, all of these ladies that they shared about how this became something they were passionate about so quickly because they knew it could help other people. And so if you're looking for something that is an opportunity, if you're looking for something to work from home, maybe now you're not sure about going back to your job, maybe you have kids at home, maybe you're just looking for something extra, right? Maybe like Emily said, you're looking for something that's going to carry you through the summers if you have a seasonal job. There are so many things out there. And I think all of us, we're looking for something a little bit unconventional, right? We're looking for something unconventional. We're looking for something that can work around our schedule, something that will fit us. And we're looking for something that will also make an impact. There are so many things going on in this world right now. And I think all of us want to feel that we are part of the positive force that is creating change, or at least not bringing any more negativity to this world. And this is something where I have had the most personal growth, where I have actually started to step into realize, wow, what am I really capable of? And so because of these products, I have felt the best that I've ever felt in my life. And I was able to run my first marathon and become a fitness instructor, something I dreamed of for years. And I sort of just thought, I'm too tired and have too many kids to do that now. And here I am, you know, the ripe old age of 32, feeling like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. I could do that. And then because of this community, I have built some of the closest friendships that I've had in my life, people who've supported me, people who are there to say, how are you doing through all of this? How are you holding up? Or what are your goals? What do you need during this time? Did someone in your family lose their job and you need to make back that income? Let's help you figure out how to get there, right? To have a community like that is life-changing, you guys. And then because of this opportunity to be able to have options, to be able to think about, you know, this company at the point where I am now at Emerald, you get to choose a Lexus or an extra lifestyle bonus. And so right now we're doing that lifestyle bonus, which is paying for the car payment we already have, but we're going to get that Lexus pretty soon. And that's something we never even thought that we would be doing. You know, we would actually, if COVID wasn't happening right now, my husband and I would be on the trip to Hawaii right now. We would be there, which is just so amazing to think about everything this company offers. And what that is it's long term. Just like these products are not a quick fix, they are about long-term health. They are about sustaining you through every season of life, right? Through college, through work, through teaching, through motherhood, through fatherhood, through, you know, kids getting older, all through being a grandparent, through going through health issues, right? These products are here to sustain you. This is the type of business that can also walk through all of the seasons for you. So if you are someone who is interested and you want to know more, what does it actually mean to share these products? How do you actually help people? We have so much support for all of these things. If you want to hear more stories of people who have, you know, been able to take breaks and that they're still getting the income from this because they're going to another country and adopting a teenage son, or people who have gone through widowhood and this has been able to provide for them and their family. Like this has been seriously a godsend for so many people. And so if this is tugging on your heart at all, or you just want to know more, please reach out to one of us, because we are here to help, or to the friend who invited you, right? Or who sent you this recording, because we want to help you, because we would not be where we are if somebody didn't help us, if someone didn't reach out to us and say, hey, I think I might have something that would work for you. So I hope that you guys have an amazing night, a blessed night. I hope that somebody here just maybe spoke to you a little bit and that maybe you have some questions. And I really hope that you walk away just thinking, what if this could change everything for me? What if this could change the trajectory that I'm on, change the path that I'm on? If it could give me a little bit of hope for the close future, and even for those long-term dreams in the distant future, what could this potentially change for you? Think about that, and then let us know if this is something you want to know more about. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you, ladies, so much for sharing. I say that like one person's story is one of my favorites, but honestly, like you guys are all some of my favorites. And I love seeing the ripple effect that this business and that these products have on so many lives and so many families. And if you're one of those families that's going to get caught up in that ripple effect, I am so stinking thankful that you are here. And I can't wait to hear your story unfold. Have a good night. Peace out, friends.